Hey buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Kilbin is the name, and Hearthstone is the game, and this is the Fandral Ramp Druid by Kolento. Now, of course, Kolento is one of the best Hearthstone players the world has ever known, and he is enjoying Ramp Druid in Whispers of the Old Gods, apparently, because he created this deck, and I've seen him playing it on occasion. And Ramp Druid is certainly one of my favorite classes and archetypes, so I'm pretty excited to see how Kolento has translated such a classic deck and format into the Old Gods expansion. So we're going to take a look at this list and then take it out onto the ranked ladder and see how to play it. So I'm not going to address every card in this list because some of this is old-fashioned Druid, but I do want to talk about the change in the way Druid is built and formatted. Now, of course, Druid historically has been all about the combo, Force of Nature plus Savage Roar, but as you're likely aware, Force of Nature has been nerfed practically out of existence. So the combo is no more, which means Druid has to pivot in a way, and it's less about surviving and drawing into the combo, and it's more about building a terrifyingly huge board full of very scary minions using taunts and things like that, and then just overwhelming your opponent with big minions and winning the game on the back of 3 or 4 or 5 big minions just chipping away at their health over a variety of turns. So that's exactly what this deck is designed to do, and it uses a few new cards from Old Gods and introduces a few different tricks that we haven't traditionally seen with Druid, just because they've had other resources and other cards like Force of Nature and like Ancient of Lore to do things that these new cards are doing in their place. So let's just address the unusual pieces of this deck as we run through these cards. Things like Wild Growth and Innervate, that's normal ramp Druid. Druid of the Claw is not unusual, but there are certainly some new and unusual things included as well. Up first, I would argue, is Raven Idol. This is a card that never quite made the cut in most Druid decks just because it's a little bit hard to predict and low cost, but with the new card Fandral Staghelm, which makes all choose one cards go off twice and both effects actually activate, Raven Idol is much better because it's actually a draw 2 cards, and it's such a low cost that it's easy to combo with Fandral Staghelm in the same turn. So you can play Fandral, get a minion and a spell both in a single turn. So Raven Idol just barely makes the cut, but apparently Kolento still only thinks you need 1. Mulch is another new card. That's, well, not a new card, but a new to Druid card that has rarely been played in the past. I think Mulch makes the list simply because Big Game Hunter was what Druid used to deal with big scary stuff in the past, and Big Game Hunter has gotten considerably worse for Druid, who likes to be able to play multiple cards in a single turn, and Big Game Hunter is at 5 mana is much harder to fit in with stuff like Dark Arakoa and Ancient of War, but Mulch still can be played with those things, and deals with any minion, not just stuff that has 7 or more attack. Of course, there is a slight benefit to your opponent, but the guaranteed removal is typically much better than the random minion that they receive, which sometimes is a Wisp. Of course, there is the rare instance it's a Tyrion, but that's a risk you have to take because Druid needs some removal, and there's really not a lot of good options that are cheap and efficient like Mulch. Fandral Staghelm, of course, is the new legendary for Druid. Pretty interesting card. At 4 mana, it's got a solid enough body as a 3/5, and the effect on Fandral is just totally nuts. Your choose 1 cards get both effects combined. So as I mentioned, Raven Idol, you draw 2 cards. Living Roots, you do 2 damage and summon some saplings. It's not a big deal. But cards like Nourish, you actually draw 3 cards and you gain 2 active mana crystals instantly. So it's almost like Nourish only cost 3 mana, and you still get to draw 3 cards as well, which is just ridiculous. Druid of the Claw is a 4/6 taunt with charge. Ancient of War is a 10/10. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool things. Cenarius actually summons 2 2/2s and buffs them +2/+2, so he summons 4 4s with taunt, which is amazing. So there's a lot of different ways to use Fandral. Typically, I don't think he's a great turn 4 play. You want to wait a little bit, but there are instances where you're pretty sure he's going to survive on 4. You can set up some cool plays. Mire Keeper is another new card. It's just a really strong 4-drop because it's got the flexibility to help you ramp up and gain a mana crystal. So sometimes you can like innervate this out and start your ramp process a little earlier, get to your Cenarius even faster. In other instances, it just gives you 5/5 in stats on turn 4, which is fantastic. Nourish is great with Fandral, but also makes up some of the card draw replacements that Ancient of Lore used to offer in the past. So they're a little light on card draw without something like Nourish. There are instances where it might be worth ramping out with Nourish as well. If you can get to something like a Cenarius pretty quickly or an Ancient of War and you need to, and you don't have anything else to play, Nourish can also go that route as well. So I don't think Nourish is the perfect answer for this kind of deck, but it's what Druid has right now. Dark Arakoa might be somewhat surprising to see because this is clearly a Cthulhu card, but this is not a Cthulhu Druid deck. There's no Cthulhu to be found. So the battle cry here is certainly wasted 99% of the time, but as a 5/7 with Taunt for 6 mana, this is still a great card. You don't even need the battle cry. This literally is getting played just on the merits of its stats. I thought it might when I reviewed this card, and it turns out that was a correct assumption because it's just got a really nice stat allocation for its cost, and good taunts are somewhat hard to come by. Finally, Ragnaros is just another piece of the puzzle to do some damage and help you deal with things. And Cenarius, although he's been in Ramp Druid a lot, don't see him always, so it's nice to see the return of Cenarius, particularly when you happen to have a golden one like myself. So that'll do it for the list. I should note that Spellbreaker's also been added in. This is kind of the pseudo Keeper of the Grove Silence. It serves a similar purpose to that card. It certainly lacks the flexibility, but since Keeper was nerfed pretty harshly, Spellbreaker will have to do for now. So that is it for Kolento's Fandral Ramp Druid deck. I want to play it and see just how it does on the ranked ladder. I've mostly seen Cthulhu Druid thus far, not a lot of just straight ramp style Druids, so I don't know if the meta's still adjusting to this style of player. Maybe Kolento got it wrong, which seems incredibly unlikely. Alright, so we're playing Priest, probably a Cthulhu Priest. All this stuff's a little too expensive for right now. We're looking for ramp cards, we're looking for early game minions, looking for Wraths. These things are fine. We'll save the Raven Idol. We don't need it right now. It's possible to play on turn 1, but we've got the Fandral already, so there's potentially a lot of value here. We could actually ramp out the Fandral, but the Raven Idol Wrath follow-up is actually not too bad. If we innervate him out, Priests could kill it with Shadow Word Pain, but not much else. I think it's worth it. I don't think anybody's running Shadow Word Pain right now. If this gets punished, I'm going to be pretty sad, but wow. How is that possible? Well, I guess we can play the Raven Idol now. No reason to sit on the Raven Idol, is there? We'll take Hogger just because it's the biggest body. I just can't believe that happened. I haven't seen a single priest other than myself running Shadow Word Pain. He's probably running my list over there. Man, it's not my list. That Shadow Word Pain. Unreal. I just can't believe that. Not only is he running it, he happened to have it. I think it's a good card to run. He's figured it out. I think it's great right now. 4 cards like Fandral. Just can't believe it actually happened. Man, he's getting the ramp before me. I might spell break that. I don't really have a good play. I could taunt here, but it doesn't even deal with that.
Your magic shall not save you.
No, I don't really care about the buff or even the card draw necessarily. I'm just trying to get a minion out. Wrath is pretty good here. Swipe doesn't really do anything differently. We'll just continue to hero power. I'm flabbergasted. I may never recover from that Shadow Word Pain. The rest of this video, I'm going to be thinking about that Shadow Word Pain. Gosh. Huh. Immediately after playing the Silence card. Gosh. So frustrating. I'm not going to attack. It just gives it to him for free. We might be able to steal it with a Sylvanas if he doesn't have an answer. He's probably going to entomb the Sylvanas though and trade heal, which is pretty rough for us. But what's that gonna be? Circle of Healing? Seems bad. Oh no. I can't guarantee that I get the ancient, can I? Can swipe. But yeah, I can't guarantee it. We'll just see what we draw here with Sylvanas. I could guarantee that I get one of these two with the swipe. I don't even think I need to though. We'll just see what we get. We'll let fate decide. Nice. There is justice in the world. So now the swipe's actually quite good. We'll summon the body here. We don't need the mana crystal this late in the game, obviously. Alright, so there's some justice. Some justice in the world after that Shadow Word Pain. I don't feel too bad about that. We didn't spend any mana on that. He's setting up some combo stuff for the Akanai, it looks like. I don't really have a clean kill on that. I think I'll play the Hogger. I can trade, but just I guess I do. I don't feel good about it because this dies to Shadow Word Death pretty easily. I should have played the Arakoa. Not sure which is more valuable. Yeah, that's 2 deaths gone though, so we know this thing is safe, and our wars are probably safe. There could be some entombs, I guess, but we'll draw first since we're at 10 mana. That Shadow Word Pain. This is gonna be good. That Shadow Word Pain. I wasn't even trying to like break the world with Fandral. I just wanted the Raven Idol and maybe a Wrath if he played like a Twilight Elder or something, you know? Life is tough, dude. That's gonna hit. Oh, nice. We can mulch. We're good to go. Perfect. Good draw, too. I'm thinking about uprooting this. He's already used 2 Shadow Word Deaths. I don't think he's going to run a PGH. What's the downside? Holy Fire? That's it? Holy Fire is the only downside. So I'm sure he runs it because I just called it out like the Shadow Word Pain. I'm sure he runs it. Holy Fire incoming. Nice, nice. Okay. This thing is actually pretty awkward, but I guess we'll just Cenarius and go through it and hit him for 12. I don't know, if he doesn't have deaths, we might be in a good spot. Because even like Entomb now, how does that help? He gets rid of a 12-7? We have 12 left on the board with 5 in hand. Just gonna draw? That's okay. I can live with that. Holy Nova into what? Akanai Circle? It's not even... Oh, he's just drawing a ton of cards. Got it. Got it, got it. I just don't think he has the mana left to do anything, though. He's out of deaths. What can he do? What answer's up there? What's in here? Is there anything in there? That's still not enough. We have 24 showing. No. Well, that's Ramp Druid for you, folks. We got a 7-9, a 12-7, and a 5-8 on the board. So, Shadow Word Pain be damned, we still pulled it off. And that's fun. I like decks like this so much. So much. Shadow Word Pain. I just can't believe it. I don't think most people are running that, right? Guess we'll find out with this guy, too. It's not the same guy. I wanted to double check. I'm not even going to keep the Raven Idol here. Just I don't want to have to use it. I want to be greedy for real plays. I want the Living Roots, the Wraths, the Wild Growths, all the valuable stuff. Sitting on a Raven Idol seems pretty worthless when I could potentially get the stuff I care about. I want Raven Idol to generate like a big late game minion or a spell that I need desperately, or combo with Fandral. I don't want a one-drop Raven Idol.
Is someone injured?
That's actually probably worth wrathing just because look how many cards he doesn't have right now. If we can bleed him out of cards, this stuff's all more likely to survive. Backunder's going to come down. No, he's just going to Hero Power. It's good for us. Wild Growth is the best draw in the game. I think I might Raven Idol just because I don't have another play. Let's see if I can get a 3-drop minion. I got one, but it's not very good. I actually do have a dragon for Chillmaw. Might be gone by then, though. Indeed, Malfurion. Why not? We'll take the value. Really like a Wild Growth or Innervate still. I'm expecting the Twilight Elder. Yeah. I don't have an answer either. This card always seems to survive. Innervate Charge Druid of the Claw actually looks pretty good here. For 4 mana, I don't think he's going to have a way to deal with this. He can't, like, Akanai ping. Holy Nova's out. I think this lives. Yeah, it does. Okay. Wrath trade, Hero Power. I mean, draw. This has to trade anyway, so yeah, let's do that. We'll draw first. It's fine. We'll go like this. So we're a little behind on the board now, but we got some good stuff coming. We may have to save the mulch for the Cthulhu. I hope he has a pretty bad hand. Backunner of Evil, Hero Power, or something bad. He might have the 5-drop heal, but then he has to waste 10 heal, potentially later in the game. He'd get a 6-5 out. It would actually be tough for me to deal with. It's just going to Hero Power pass. It'd be amazing for us. Yep, there it is. Thought that was coming. I'll play this into it. If he trades, it sets up a pretty nice swipe in a future turn. Oh, that would have been good last turn. Or any turn, really. I'm actually just going to play the Sylvanas here. Oh, that helps even more because it's it's very hard for that to die. I might actually get it. Yeah, we'll play the Sylvanas here. We lost our Chillmaw activator, but we do have another Azure Drake, so it's actually possible that it can again. But even as a 6/6 taunt, it's certainly playable to me. This could give him some trouble. He's probably going to attack face with the Twilight Elder trade here. I don't think he has any good 7 mana plays. Oh, he's going to try to give me this one. Okay. He might give me this one accidentally, though. Yeah, he did. And he didn't attack with it first either. So, oh, that's not a good play, though. That's not a good play, though. I'll probably just Mire Keeper, Hero Power, Living Roots to deal with this stuff. I don't need to swipe yet. Yeah, he bungled that a little bit. He should have attacked first. I don't know. He lost 6 damage. He's probably feeling frustrated. It happens to the best of us. I'm not criticizing him personally. Certainly made the same kind of bungles myself. I don't know what he's thinking about for 1 mana. That was so weird. We don't need to ramp. We're plenty far right now. So we'll trade into the lower attack one and we'll kill the other one. With Living Roots. We're looking pretty good here. We've got removal, we've got bodies, we've got spells. We've got some stuff to do. He's used 1 Shadow Word Death. So we may bait out with a Chill Maul for the next one. Particularly since we don't have an activator, so it won't threaten our board. And hopefully we don't draw into the Azure Drake. He's low on cards. I mean, Cthulhu is going to be good for him still, but it's not that buffed yet. Well, that's a pretty good play. It's pretty good too. It's a good answer. I don't know why he took so long on that. Swipe's not bad. Swipe, Living Roots, Hero Powers, 7 mana. Can do all that. Azure Drake swipe doesn't actually help me any. I don't know why he's running out the time every turn. This is... Thanks. I could just play the Ancient of War, but then like a Shadow or Death kind of runs over me. I guess Chill Maul Living Roots isn't too bad. He's only got 2 cards, right? Yeah, that's what I'm actually going to do. Since we don't have the Azure Drake, it's not maybe as good right now, but I think it's fine. As long as he doesn't have the death. If he does have the death, we can just hunker down with Ancient of War forever, for always. That's actually not bad, but swipe is going to ruin him. I may not even bother with a swipe, actually. Might just Hero Power, Ancient of War. I don't know, though. It's a pretty good swipe. I could Nourish for 3, swipe. Yeah, I think that's better. Swipe Wild Growth doesn't do anything. This is good. Combo with a Mulch Hero Power. Because I think Cthulhu's coming soon. I don't love swiping face, obviously. I'd rather hit that against a 4 health minion. But certainly not going to waste it on one of the 1 health minions, so might matter. These Wild Growths, always late, but at least we have card draw now. His hand must be very awkward. Yep, that's my hero power. He's hovering all over his stuff. I feel like we're getting trolled a little bit, but I don't know why. We certainly haven't done anything out of the ordinary. He's just roping every turn for no reason. It's actually pretty tough for us to deal with. Like, what's the deal with the ropes? I don't... It's not very fun. I can't double mulch, can I? No. I can mulch Ancient of War, though. It's punished pretty hard by Shadow or Death. Maybe I mulch Druid of the Claw. And then open with a Wild Growth. Let's open with a Wild Growth and then mulch Druid of the Claw. Taunt. I don't want to use this just yet. I'm very worried about Shadow or Death, even though he has one card. This is not the best answer, obviously, because we don't really have a good way to do 2 damage right now, but... but we'll see. Where'd that come from? Oh, mulch. Yeah, duh. That's actually good as long as he doesn't have one more spell. Don't have a spell. Don't have a spell. Don't have a spell. Because this trades if he doesn't have a spell. I'm sure we'll get roped. And he'll have, like, the perfect card to play here. He might have, like, another Shadow Word Pain or something and he can't cast it. Holy Nova would be pretty good. I don't know why we're getting roped every time. This guy's not a lot of fun, is he? Alright. I still don't have a good way to do that. Man. I guess I'll open with card draw again. Even a Living Roots would actually make a huge difference this turn. That would have been good off the top. It would have set up the trade. I just don't have a good play. Can I afford to mulch that, or do I have to save the mulch for Cthulhu? I think I have to save the mulch for Cthulhu. But what if Cthulhu's bottom card, right? I think I lose if I save for Cthulhu. I think I have to mulch trade Mire Keeper. Yeah, I think I have to. I think either way, if I can't deal with the board right now, then I lose the game. So, what good does it do waiting for a Cthulhu that might be 13 cards down? I can maybe taunt up against a Cthulhu and install with, like, Cenarius anyway, so I might have a couple outs. As long as it doesn't kill me outright. He's thinking about drawing cards and he's not playing Cthulhu, so that's good. Well, unless he has Circle Healing, I guess. If these survive, it's going to be great for Cenarius. He's got Holy Nova, it looks like. He's thinking about Holy Nova. Trade Holy Nova. But he can't draw cards if he does that. So he's trying to figure out which to do. I think I'd Holy Nova. If you're against a Druid, like, what else are you going to get value from on Holy Nova? I think I would have traded. I'm not sure it's worth one card. Unless he has a way to kill it. Maybe. I would have healed it. I think. Whoa, he healed me! What?
My thanks to you.
Why would you do that? I don't know what that's about, but Holy Nova makes me feel a lot better about this. I got the Fandral, but I can't... I guess I could have Fandral Dark Arakoa. That might have been a better turn, actually. Shadow Word Death coming here, though, sets up so much stuff. That's what I'm thinking about every time. Why would he heal me? Did he think it drew him a card? I'm not. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We can go nuts now. We can go crazy. He probably has another Shadow Word Pain, doesn't he? Need a 3-mana card. I'm gonna play the Fandral anyway. Just because it's on curve. Even if we're not getting value. If he pains it, he pains it, whatever. It's gonna ping here. You might Shadow Word Pain, but we can trade. I don't even know if this is good anymore. I don't even care about using it on the Ancient of Wars that much. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but I guess we have another Druid of the Claw, another Nourish. I don't know if I want to Nourish at this point. We're getting close to fatigue. So Fandral Nourish might not be good. Well, Nourish Mana Crystals is even worse. That's pretty good. Gets to full clear. Weird. Yeah, see, that's not even good. I think I just wall up now. I don't know. He's used both Alkanize, right, and both Shadow Word Deaths. I don't know how he deals with this stuff at this point. Entomb, maybe, I guess? I don't know if he's running Entomb, though. It's hard to fit Entomb in with all that other stuff he has. It's going to be a 40-minute game at this rate, by the way. That doesn't help. At least not yet. Oh, that actually is a good play. I get it. I see it. I don't think it helps him to trade. Like, I don't think he should run it in. He still hasn't gotten his Cthulhu. That's great for us. We don't have an answer for Cthulhu other than just taunts. So we kind of need to keep this stuff alive. If I get a swipe, I may consider swipe Hero Power on this instead of playing another minion. Just to deny future heal potential. I've returned to Rope. I don't know. I think it's not a friendly Rope. Because he ends the turn every time right at the last second. Spellbreaker. He's pretty good.
Your magic shall not save.
Question is, do I kill it or do I play a minion? I guess I just play a minion. I need to start doing damage because we're low on cards. I don't think he can use this much. I mean, he could maybe buff it, but even then, what's he kill with a buffed dude? What buff would it be even? Tentacles is the only buff, I guess. Ugh. Do we have another swipe? We think we might have used them both, right? That doesn't hurt us much. We can Hero Power that and just play another dude. I'll Azure even though drawing a card is somewhat risky. This is 15, 19 damage. Yeah, this sets up lethal. I'm gonna do it. I don't think we can lose from here. Could have Hero Powered and attacked, but when I can deny that much stuff, doesn't hurt us. That actually is good for him, but not enough. Oh, it is enough actually. We only have 18, 19 damage. Really? What's our last card? It's the second Living Roots, right? Is it the second Living Roots? I used one to kill a minion, or was that last game? Playing 2 priests in a row, it makes this very difficult. I can't risk it. I was thinking about nourishing into the Living Roots for lethal. But I don't think I can risk it. There's a chance he Cthulhu clears somehow. 17, 24, 28. He's got 9 plus whatever his Cthulhu is at. I don't think it's possible. But if he does, we can just hero power a win. Because this Cthulhu does not have taunt, and he can't heal if he Cthulhu's. So I don't think there's any imaginable way for him to win this game.
Just a pinch of liquor.
Yeah, that's definitely well played. I'm sure we'll get roped, though, just for fun. At least we've got video evidence of the trickery. Yeah, this was a fun game. Anytime you end up with this many dudes on the board, you know the deck is fun. I really, really like decks like this, where you just wall up on taunts. If this wasn't on video, I'd probably rope him before getting lethal, so just to let you know, I am bitter enough to do something of the sort. I'd like to kill him. Oh, it wasn't Living Roots, it was Ragnaros. Oh, we must have used both Living Roots. So yeah, we're definitely going to get Ragnaros lethal here. Oh, did I mess it up? We'll use Rag lethal as a semblance of our frustration instead of roping him out. That's good enough. Yeah, I don't think we needed Ragnaros earlier, so okay with that being at the bottom. Alright, so Ramp Druid's going really well so far. Let's play one more game. These do take a while, so I don't want to go forever. But when you're having this much fun, the deck's working this well. Doesn't hurt to see how it handles other contexts. So maybe we'll lose a game. Not intentionally, but Shaman might be tough. If he gets out early, we could certainly have some trouble. The Innervate's great. I'm still going to pass back the Raven Idol. We don't have the coin, so I don't think I want the Azure Drake either. So like on turn 2, we can't innervate the Drake. Man, but I think I will innervate the Nourish. Maybe not. I can't even use the 2 mana if I do. I gained 2 mana crystals, so next turn I would be at 4 mana. But I still couldn't play the Druid of the Claw. Could also just double innervate the Druid of the Claw, but then I'm really just sitting around. I think I'll just pass. I may innervate out one of these next turn, but I'm still just going to sit for a second. Could even innervate out the Ancient of War, but that's so susceptible to Hex. Oh my gosh, I think that would be bad. That's good, he's starting out pretty slow. So if I innervate out the Nourish, I'll have 2 mana left. I can still hero power. This is actually worth it, I think. Because next turn I'll be at 6 mana. So I will be able to Druid of the Claw or Ancient of War. Or even swipe hero power. And the swipe might line up nicely with this hero power. So I'm a little hesitant to play the Ancient War this early just because Hex would blow me out. But if he plays something with 4 health, swipes are pretty good. He's going to Flame Wreath Faceless. Yeah, I don't have an answer yet. Shoot. Actually, I do have the perfect answer. That's just dandy. And we can Ancient of War next turn. Or maybe Claw Hero Power, bait out a Hex or something. I just need to not draw into like Living Roots now. I need to consistently draw. Let's do it. If he hexes, I mean, I think it at least stalls the Totem Golem. Use this his entire turn. Yeah, that's fine. We can still... I was thinking about charging this anyway last turn, so it's still viable. We have to get through the hexes anyway, right? So... I can't charge this because it dies to that too easily. I guess we'll just... He's got a favorable trade there, but it's okay. Second hex on Cenarius would be pretty harmful. It's not awesome either. It's gonna get the kill. Oh, he's going that way. Wow, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good turn, dude. Gotta give you that. This is actually a sick combo. But I guess I have to go this way because that would just trade too easily. I need cards. I need Raven Idol now, or I don't know, something. We're out of gas. That's a pretty cool looking artwork. Crazy actually, but so cool. Oh, that's not that bad. Oh, that's kind of bad. That last one was kind of bad. Is that worth mulching? Yeah, I think so. We'll use that on one of these and trade with Fandral. Also just hero power trade. No. We'll have to hero power her anyway, so. Alright, so we're actually in a decent spot. We gotta get a good card next turn. Cenarius would have been amazing if he came next, but of course we already played him. If he doesn't have either Lightning Storm or Elemental Destruction, I think we're okay. We have like a couple turns. Another Druid of the Claw, Ancient War, or like something big. Dark Arakoa. Even, oh, shoot! That's so good! At least he rolled low. That's incredibly important to help kill this thing. Oh, that's a good draw too. Second Hex is devastating at this point, but he's low on cards too, so I'd rather both of us be low on cards and have this giant thing out than what he has. Second Lightning Storm. How brutal was that? Don't have Hex. It's not a Hex yet? Oh, he can't play Hex. Sick. Sick. I'll make the trade here. Trade here. Oh, that's so bad. Well, okay. Fine. If you insist. If you insist. Obviously, the Azure Drake here would be the ideal target. Otherwise, there's some spell. This is obviously the worst target, so it'll hit that. Face. Probably the middle target. Spell power shenanigans are a little scary here. You know, lightning bolt, trade or something. It's probably the best. That's fine. Alright, so that's actually not too bad. This guy, though. Man, this taunt totem. It's really ruining my day. Spellbreaker. Is it worth spell breaking the Stoneclaw? Just to kill the Drake? Or should I spell break the Manatide because it has the most value? I don't know, he didn't attack with the Drake last time, so maybe I don't need to. Maybe I spell break the Manatide to keep him low on resources. I don't know if that's right or not, by the way. I legit have no idea. I can't attack any minions with my hero power because this will just negate it. This hits the Drake, right? Wow! Rag! Sniper Rag! I'd rather hit the Drake, but he can't kill this yet with what's on board. But I can't imagine he doesn't soon have a way to kill this. Elemental Destruction is not even good for him because it wipes out his own board too. It's a lot of spell power now. So he must have like a lightning bolt, but he should have done it first, I feel like. I think he has to find a taunt or... No, I'm still only at 10 damage. Really? Azure Drake's a great draw. Mire Keeper doesn't really help, but... Why not? This actually is a little bit risky not hero powering to put him at 1, because if he gets like... He can't Lightning Storm though. Yeah. Finally you don't hit Face Rag, really? I don't know, that's a pretty resilient board, right? Does that help or hurt him? I don't know if that helped. He killed one of his own things before attacking with it, right? Yeah, he definitely did. I just don't see how he clears. That doesn't hurt us at all, we don't care, so we just win. Cool. Awesome. Kolento Fandral Ramp Druid is baller. Really awesome deck. Tons of fun. Even when you're out of cards, like we top decked pretty well. Not even the highest mana stuff, just good answers. Had the mulches when we needed them. All in all, A+ deck for me. I could play that all day forever. And it seems so far to be extremely competitive. So there the list is one last time. Thanks for watching and playing with me. If you have any questions about this deck, I'm happy to answer them, so do leave a comment. I'm happy to discuss it with you in immense detail because this is exactly the kind of deck that I love. Until next time, game on.